Joining me now from our newsroom is Edmund Ghareeb, a senior scholar at the Jerusalem Fund and at the Washington Institute for Peace and Development. Good to see you. Thanks for joining us on the program again tonight. Now, Trump and Iran are due to speak next week, yet to be confirmed by Iran. Trump says he doesn't care if a nuclear agreement is signed. What then does the president want from such a meeting?
I think the president wants to reach an agreement with Iran so that the ceasefire is going to last, that also Iran will not rebuild its nuclear program and work on enriching uranium. And so that's one of the major issues. There have been reports also, there have been some studies done by American think tanks in the last month or so, which have a different perspective than the majority of think tanks here. And these think tanks have been talking about favoring an establishment of better ties with Iran, that trying to normalize relations with Iran is going to improve relations with Iran. It's going to also create new jobs in America. It's going to lead to...
Right.
So we'll have to wait and see to what extent that's the case. But
both Trump and Netanyahu have appeared victorious, but particularly Netanyahu in Israel. His approval rating has been at its best since the Hamas attacks on October the 7th. Aside from upcoming elections that he has his eye on, how might Netanyahu politically engineer this perceived success, especially amidst the global condemnation over his bombardment of Gaza?
Netanyahu has actually been saying that what Israel has done is to achieve a major success, and it's by attacking Iran. He said, Iran is a major critic, major enemy, in a sense, of Israel in the Middle East, that none of the other countries in the region now either are able or willing to enter into a confrontation, and that he has accused Iran of supporting organizations such as the Houthis, Hezbollah, Hamas, etc. However, I think to a certain extent, while Israel did achieve some important gains, for example, they were able to reach deep inside Iran. They attacked and killed a number of senior leaders. They attacked a number of scientists. They destroyed some of the nuclear facilities. Nevertheless, the Iranians, although they were hit hard, they came back and hit Israel very hard. They attacked the industrial centers in Tel Aviv and in Haifa. They also attacked scientific institutions, military institutions. And so both sides were really badly hurt, I think. And they wanted to see a way out, at least temporarily.
Right. Some analysts argue that the attacks on Iran by Israel were Netanyahu's way of distracting the world from the war in Gaza, an operation that has yet to succeed in the eyes of the Kismet. What do you say to that?
I think there is an element of that, but I think his aim is much even before. It goes back to the 1996, when a number of neoconservative intellectuals prepared a report for Netanyahu, who had at that time been warning against the Iranian threat, against threats from other Arab countries, Iraq at the time. And these people prepared a report called How to Protect the Realm, How to Protect Israel, basically. And they felt that there are 7 countries that must go through regime change. These countries were Syria, Iraq, Somalia, Sudan, Iran. And so basically, all of these countries have suffered a great deal, except for Iran. Iran was the last country. There are also those who believe that it goes even beyond that, that the world, in many ways, the world is changing. The unipolar world that we saw after the collapse of the Soviet Union is no longer there, when the United States became the dominant power in the world. But recent events have shown that, in fact, there are new powers. China has emerged as a major power. Russia has returned. There we see the rise of Brazil, of India. And in fact, they believe that putting pressure on Iran, which had been moving closer to China, closer to Russia, will weaken both of these countries and might strengthen the U.S. position as well as the Israeli position. However, the Israelis wanted to see regime change. I'm not sure that's what the United States wanted to see.
Okay, we'll leave it there. Edmund Ghareeb, thank you so much for your time.